Hey, all you dendrites and cerebral synaptic cool cats. It's like 3 in the morning. It's a good time to have some breakfast. I'm Dr. Greg. Stay tuned for my show, Cerebral Proctology with Dr. Greg, a radio show. You write your questions in the comment section on YouTube, and I'll answer them. Stay tuned, cool cats. Hey, I can't sleep. Won't you come and bitch with me? So grab yourself a tea and come and sit with me all night. Alright, so my board's lighting up here. I got phone calls coming in. How do I do this? Zen Daddy, how do I answer these phones on this thing? Hello, you're on the air with Dr. Greg.
Hello? Olga, don't let out the cows. I'm trying to get through to Dr. Greg. Hello, is this Dr. Greg? Oh, thank goodness. Dr. Greg, my name is Natasha Bambino Babushka, and I'm calling from someplace across the world. I don't know where I am. Anyway, I'm calling about my friend Cindy Mindy. We are so worried about the Cindy Mindy. What are we worried about? Well, we think Cindy Mindy might be in I think it may be a codependent relationship. I know. Can you maybe help us figure out if this is the case? Thanks, Dr. Greg. I'll hold.
Hey, Miss Natasha Bambino Babushka, I think, from somewhere across the world. Thank you for calling Dr. Greg on Cerebral Proctology. And, codependency. I can help you with that. So, I found this really great article on psychcentral.com, Symptoms of Codependency. I'm just going to turn this music down, baby, so that I can hear myself think. Alright. So, some of the symptoms of codependency are low self-esteem, people-pleasing, poor boundary setting, reactivity, caretaking, control, dysfunctional communication, obsessions, dependency, denial, problems with intimacy, and difficulty with painful emotions. Now, that's a lot. So what I'm going to ask you to do is take in some of those things that I said and try to give me examples if any of that applies to your friends. So take the time to write them down and then get back to me.
Yes, sir, Dr. Greg. I have the website up right here. I'm just going to put you on a speakerphone so I can talk better. Hold on. Okay, so low self-esteem. Yes, my friend used to be a bit stronger, but now it seems like she's always comparing herself to others. I'm not used to seeing her like this. And people-pleasing, yes. She does not like to say no. She won't say no, and then I find that later she's almost resentful about it. You know what I mean, Dr. Greg? Like, she does things for people, but then when she's alone with me, she tells me about how tired and frustrated she is. And I tell her, well, you shouldn't be doing that then. If it makes you angry or frustrated, maybe you should say no. Poor boundaries, yes. She has a hard time. You know, she lets people use her things when maybe she shouldn't or doesn't want them to. She has a hard time saying no, you know. And if he pouts or he whines or doesn't do the things that he needs to do to take care of himself, she does it for him. She has a hard time telling him, no, you need to do that. And reactivity, yes. Whenever we and the girls, Olga, don't let out the cows. Yes, I'm talking to him about it. She gets mad. Whenever there's any kind of confrontation about the behavior, with him or with her, she puts up defensiveness. She puts up the walls, you know what I mean, and we can't get through. Caretaking, oh, don't get me started. She does everything for this man, to the point where he can't do anything. You know, he just comes and he goes as he wants. Doesn't matter. She waits all day for him to be finished his day, and then when he comes home, she takes care of everything. Yep, She doesn't pay attention to the things that she needs to do for herself. Only if he's not around. As soon as he's around, then I notice that she does the things maybe. Maybe when he's around, she takes care of him, but when he's gone, she starts thinking a little bit about her stuff. Control? Well, yes. She has to control things a lot in her life. She controls a lot in her life. She doesn't let go of it easily. And, he's not so controlling, but I think he controls through other ways. How do I mean? Well, I think he knows that he has everything taken care of. You know what I mean? So he rides a line. He rides a line and he knows how to ride it just right. So she keeps doing the things that she needs to do. So I think it's more illusion of control, if that makes any sense. Dysfunctional communication? Yes. They don't really talk about things. You know, they kind of live in a bit of a fantasy world. Where, there's no objectivity. They have their lives, and it's their lives, and if the people don't accept it, well, it's too bad. Then they're not a part of it. Dependency, well, that goes without saying. They are very dependent on each other. They're just stuck in their own ways. And neither one of them will want to change. So, what are you going to do? I think they're both afraid of rejection. So even though they know that they might not be good for each other, they keep sticking with it. They just keep staying. And Dr. Greg, you mentioned denial. Well, they're denying their own feelings and needs. Because the need to want to stay together is so strong, I feel like, that they can't see the big picture because they've both been lonely. And, I've been lonely myself, and I struggle with this in a relationship that I'm in, too. We have to keep talking and keep letting each other know that, we have to have our own lives and not be dependent on each other. We can't be extensions of each other. We have to be individuals who enjoy time together, not rely on each other all the time. You know what I mean, Dr. Craig? Is this what you're saying? Problems with intimacy? Well, they have a good sex life. You're saying it's not about sex? Well, what do you mean? Oh, they don't want to be confrontational and confront each other about these issues so they can't get deeper. Is that what you're saying, Dr. Craig? I think that's what's going on because they're worried about being abandoned. So they kind of can't live without each other and they don't know why. I feel like this is what's going on for my friend. Her name is Cindy Mindy. Oh, and then I asked her, Dr. Greg, and she says that, she feels numb. She feels numb. What do you think about that so far?
You know what, Miss Babushka? I think you have a reason to be concerned about your friend, and thank you for sharing some of your own personal experiences with this issue. Dr. Greg's been there, man. I grew up in all or nothing environments, and so when it came to connecting to other people, I had a mother that gave up on her own life to completely focus on my stepfather. It all revolved around him. When he was getting home from work, she had dinner ready. When he needed his laundry cleaned, she cleaned his clothes. It's like she lived all day to make sure he had what he needed, but forgot about the fact that she was someone with her own dreams and her own needs and her own kids. So sometimes this can happen. If you find yourself with a friend that all of a sudden you don't hang out anymore. I've done this when I've gotten involved in relationships. It's like you're so hyper-focused and all you want to do is spend time with that person. And that's normal at first when you meet someone that you really like. Of course you want to spend time with them. But, if you keep noticing that over time, this doesn't change. It seems like, they're always interrupting plans with you to spend time with them. Or maybe the other person isn't trying to be controlling or anything, but maybe they're feeling overwhelmed because that person's trying to tell them when to eat or tell them, can I do anything for you? Or it becomes this constant kind of maybe overwhelming sensation for the other person. And I've been that person on the other side too. The point is it's all about, does this person define who you are in your life? And if that's the case, well, I'm sorry to say it, but you're in a codependent relationship. So I hope that answers your question, Miss Babushka, but, in the meantime, think about that. Maybe talk to your friend and let her know that you're feeling that way and that, you're worried about it. And, she might get defensive with you. But you know what? at least you're doing the best you can do to be a good friend. And, you know, you can write me back and let me know how it goes. So, until our next adventure, take care of yourself, play safe, and sleep on it, because it'll probably be better in the morning. Later, cool cats.